Hey guys, today we're going to talk about our reactions to Secret Invasion, Into the Spider-Verse, and Blue Beetle, all of those trailers. Let's get into it.
What is up, everybody? Welcome back to Till the End of the Line podcast. I am the nerd with the laughs here with...
The nerd with the knowledge.
That's right. So we are back again, and today we had, 3 trailers drop?
Well, not today, but yeah, over the past couple of days. Yeah. A lot of trailers. Yeah.
And there was some good stuff.
Heck yeah.
I did not expect for Blue Beetle trailer to go that
Be
much
so baller.
Yeah. And such a badass trailer. Yeah, dude, it was so good. That movie's gonna look visually stunning.
I
think it's gonna be
agreed.
Really
I hope they didn't throw too much into the trailer to pull us in of how good it's gonna be, and all of that is like the climax.
Not live up to the hype. Is what you're saying. I don't know. I feel like the first trailer for any, they want to show like visually really good stuff, and they want to throw a lot at us, because then not all of it makes it in the movie.
True.
And then they
DC isn't as misleading as
fair enough
Marvel can be sometimes.
Marvel literally put a different background on a shot.
Yeah.
I.e. Hela catching Mjolnir.
Right.
Originally
Hulk in the Battle of Wakanda. Not.
Yeah. That was a rip.
Psych.
But yeah.
Gotta be quicker than that.
Uh-huh. I love that commercial. So you gotta be quicker than that.
It's the old man, ironically, too.
So
all right. But yeah, so we're going to go into what? Secret Invasion, right?
Yeah, but before that, we got to get the question of the day going.
Oh, you got one today?
I don't, but our good buddies over at
Filmatics, nice.
Yes, they sent us a question of the day. Got to get that going here. 1 second. Let me find it. Got it. All right. Question of the day is, do androids dream of electric sheep?
Pick the song?
When powering down.
I'm dead. I don't know.
Well, first, let's break that down a little bit further. So, Filmatics, thanks for that question of the day. We appreciate it. Do androids dream? And it kind of takes it to the iRobot style of thinking. But do androids dream? Do they have programs running while they're powered down, charging?
I don't know.
I gotta imagine, yeah.
You think so?
They have personalities.
They're programmed, though.
Right, and who's to say they couldn't program them? Well,
I mean,
maybe they evolve.
Yeah, if they evolve, then yeah, but that's scary. I don't want to talk about that. I don't want to die.
Okay.
I mean, Jeff Bezos just came out and said that we need to halt AI technology by 6 months minimum, because so they wrote. I think he was talking about it too last time, right?
Okay.
That they wrote. Oh, that's what I forgot to talk about too. So they wrote this like program for it to think for itself. And then it pretended like it couldn't see what was happening, even though the AI was able to see what was happening. So it lied for the purpose of what it was trying to complete.
Okay.
Yeah. So then when I forgot what the feature was and why they asked, like, hey, can you see? Are you recognizing this? And it said no, but it did. It recorded all the data and it did see everything within the experiment. And they're like, all right, shut it off, because it just lied to us and it shouldn't have lied to us. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So yeah, no, fuck that. I'm scared.
Here's my thing.
I'd rather die by a zombie apocalypse than get murdered by a fucking
language. We didn't create zombies, we created AI.
Yeah.
Here's my thing. Shooty said it best. Everybody thinks AIs are like the movies, where they just start doing their own thing and they're after us.
I'm proud that you quoted Marvel, but
what we tell them to do, and that is it.
But not this one, clearly.
Well, obviously, dude. Like, come on. There had to have been some kind of coding thing, or somebody
an error
as a joke, an error.
Yeah, and the coding error. That's what it leads. That's how it happens.
It wasn't gonna go on and start defying us and create a robot uprising. It's not gonna happen. EMPs exist. If there were ever robots doing what they weren't supposed to, hit the EMP, they're done.
That's true. That's true. Whatever. I'd rather not fight something that has limitless energy.
I'm not scared of AI. Let's just put it that way. There's so many ways to beat it. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, but if they've evolved and where they're synthetic, I mean, look at Vision.
Okay, if we're gonna start arguing about whether we're gonna get AIs like Vision or not, I can't take you serious.
Why not?
He was created from Infinity Stones. Those don't
No,
exist.
he was created through the Cradle of Life. The Cradle of Life. No, the Mind Stone was one of the main generators. But they were going to take the Mind Stone out, and he was still... Ultron. Yeah, in the comics, he wasn't... He was just a robot.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Okay, we don't have the Cradle of Life here.
Yeah, but they're creating AIs. And there's people... There's robots that can make latte art and make full-on lattes. You can't even make that. You can't make a latte art.
Do you see Film Addicts what he have done? You have spiraled Kike, and now he's just going into a rabbit hole of fear.
I gotta wear like a white shirt with suspenders
and then a aluminum foil hat and like
yeah, and then
just create that meme from Charlie Day.
Yeah,
and I'm just like that should be AI talk. Good God! All right. So that was question of the day. Surprisingly,
I got a funny joke for you.
What is it?
All right. What did Yoda say? Oh, I already shared it to you, right?
Yeah.
Oh no. Okay. So, what did Yoda say when he seen himself in 4D?
4K.
Or 4K, right?
What is it?
HD, am I?
Oh no, he did the voice too.
Oh, too funny.
That's a solid dad joke.
I told Tanya that this morning. She's brushing her teeth. She's like, really?
that's
she wanted to laugh, but I don't think she wanted to give me that justification.
She didn't want to give us
that's how funny it actually was.
She straight Joel'd you and Joel and Ellie. Just like, no, just get in the car. All right. So we are going to start off today's conversation. So as he said, we're going to be discussing Secret Invasion trailer, Blue
Into the
Beetle
Spider-Verse,
trailer, and Into the Spider-Verse trailer that we just
correct.
A lot of stuff in these trailers for us to break down. So we are starting with
Secret Invasion.
Let's do it.
Yeah. So it starts off with Talos talking to Fury. If you guys don't remember, Talos is from Captain Marvel. He was the kind of the leader of that section of like refugees of Skrulls, and they have the spaceship that's like floating outside of Earth's atmosphere. We get to see his wife and his daughter, who hadn't seen in years.
That group of Skrulls.
Yeah, the leader of that clan.
Yeah.
Now, in that movie, he says that there's millions or thousands of them scattered throughout the universe, seeking refugee because because of what the Kree have done to them. Yeah. For the most part, always in the comics, Kree has been known to be just like a villain. Okay. There's things called Super Skrulls, which is I think we kind of see and allude to them a little bit. The guy with the extending arm.
Said that, yeah. Mm-hmm.
I think that's what he kind of looks like. That's what the main story of Secret Invasion is Super Skrulls that can mimic and copy people's
DNA, right?
Their DNA, but their powers.
Yeah, the powers are in their DNA, so if they mimic their DNA, they're going to get the powers to come with it.
Correct. Yeah. So that's kind of cool, seeing all of that. Mm-hmm. One thing, honorable mention I want to put in there is the Captain America New World Order. Seeing Betty Ross in there.
Yeah, big news.
Before we dive too far into that, character. I have a kind of small theory. You made a funny joke that she waited till Scarlet died.
Yeah, to come back in the picture. That's so funny.
Yeah, I feel like it's the old president that we've seen in the previous movies passed away, and that's how Thaddeus Ross is becoming
the new president, right?
Correct.
Yeah,
and I think they're just paying respects to the president.
That would make that's a perfect way to bring in Betty Ross because it's introducing his character more in the story.
Yes.
So then we're able to dive into more of him, and then what comes with him is his daughter, obviously.
Right. And so, do you think we'll get Red Hulk, or do you think we're gonna get Red Hulk?
No, I think Red Hulk is coming.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because Harrison Ford is playing Thaddeus Ross now.
Correct. And that's why I don't think it was
the original actor died.
I don't see them casting Harrison Ford to be Thaddeus Ross and then killing him. So I don't think they're going to his funeral. You know what I mean?
Oh, the funeral, yeah.
Yeah.
No, I think that they're going to the funeral of the president.
Yeah. You agree with that?
I think so. I think it's what makes sense the most.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
Yeah. But all right, I'm looking forward to that. I can't wait to see more on that.
But in this trailer, in the previous trailers of Secret Invasion, we do see a president.
Okay.
So this is coming out before Captain America, which is why I brought up Captain America.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. I see that.
So some of this events can lead up to what's happening in New World Order.
All right.
That's just why I think
Makes sense.
that's the reason why I brought that up.
Makes total sense. Yeah. Okay.
So we have Emily Clark as Abigail. Abigail Brand. Not sure who her character is.
Okay.
So there's Emily Clark. She's freaking the Queen of Dragons.
Okay.
I didn't realize that.
Yeah. So we're gonna see a lot of actors in Secret Invasion.
Yes. Colby
Summers.
Summers.
Jam packed with characters. I think we're gonna dive into the world of Skrulls on Earth. We're gonna see who's been a Skrull this whole time, who hasn't. We already know Nick Fury and Maria Hill have been Skrulls this whole time. They were in No Way Home the entire time as Nick Fury and Maria Hill.
Correct.
From the beginning, because she.
Wait, what
one
do you mean?
giveaway was in
Say it again?
Far From Home. Sorry.
Oh yeah.
Far From Home. Excuse me. It was the wrong way home. I said. So we saw them, and it was very easily to miss, but they kind of established it in the beginning when she calls him Nick.
Oh yeah.
In Captain Marvel, Nick has already said no one calls me Nick, not even my mother.
Yeah.
It's always been Fury.
Well, it could. Some people have speculated. So in Captain Marvel, he said he doesn't like his toast cut on a diagonal.
No, he can't eat it.
Yeah, and
Weird,
he ate toast on a diagonal in Age of Ultron.
Yeah, when he's at Clint's house and talking to them about Ultron.
Yeah. So you think he's been a Skrull that long?
He has to be.
Do you think Everett Ross is a Skrull?
I think he's been on that ship since Captain Marvel.
Damn. I don't think.
Or right after that, right after the events of that. Because he was on Earth when he called Captain Marvel in Infinity War. Infinity War.
I think they interchange.
So
for sure.
After Tony's funeral, he left? No, he came back.
No, but Age of Ultron was before that.
Right. I'm all turned around.
Yeah, I mean, it could have been.
Well, do you think we'll get that explained when he actually left?
I hope so. All right, so where does he go when he's not? When the Skrulls on Earth, where is Nick? What's your theory?
On the spaceship.
In a spaceship. Who do you think's up there with him? I think you mentioned it the other day. We were talking about this. Just the Cap's up there with him?
Why would Cap be up there with him?
Well, because they were like, oh, Cap went to space. Cap's on the moon. Old man Cap.
Oh, old man Cap. I don't see. I can see it.
Yeah. Right.
Why not?
Just putting it out there.
Okay. Fair enough.
Let me see. I mean, it's very secretive, very espionage. Like, it's cool. I think it's going to be a great series. We just don't know much yet. Really? I don't really know what the hell.
First taste,
Yeah. And this war in the shadows that's been happening, that he's been fighting for years.
That's what I'm interested to see, is how much has been going on that we don't even know about.
Agreed.
So that's going to be real interesting to see.
And I think that's the best move for Marvel right now, to continue telling stories in the woodworks, in the alleys, in Hell's Kitchen,
in the underbelly of everything. Yeah.
Just
not
like
just the grandstand of like Avenger level stuff. Yeah.
Correct. Like just the low level avenging, or even like the underground avenging. Yeah. And it'll give some like some ground for some of these other movies coming up in the future to kind of stand on. I also think, what's the best way to put this? Like, that's the best way for them to tell the story of Mephisto. Not that I want to jump on the Mephisto train and all that, but
it's coming eventually.
Yeah, so, I want to feel like when Dottie and what's it called? WandaVision made the comment about the devil's in the details, and then Agatha's like, that's not the only place he's at.
Oh, right.
Like that. Like I jumped on the Mephisto train with everyone at New Rockstars
right
and
there,
everyone.
Yeah, right there.
And we all thought it was going to be him, but
it turned out to be Agatha the whole time, yeah.
Yeah. But even with that, like, there's so much stories untold that are tiny, minor stories inside of a comic that they can tell now with these Disney Plus
very true stories. Yeah.
And it's
dude, here's the thing. A lot of people have been kind of shitting on Marvel lately as like, oh, it's not what it used to be, blah blah blah. Number one, die. It can't be.
Yeah.
You can't evolve in storytelling
Yeah.
or in movie making and keep the same shit the same way from
Yeah.
the beginning. It'd be dumb. It'd be boring.
Agreed.
Absolutely. Here's my thing. Yeah, it's changing, and it needs to change, and it needs to be a different storytelling. Number one, we're in a different saga now.
Yeah.
We're in the multiverse saga. It can't be told the same way Infinity War wouldn't make sense.
Nope.
It's a different type of storytelling. It's a different
agreed.
story in itself. With that being said, my question for you is: will Secret Invasion be canon for the rest of the phase?
Absolutely.
Okay.
I don't think they're going to release anything that's not canon. Even What If is canon.
I love that they could still do that.
Yeah.
Even now, even after so many stories have been told, they could still have projects, and that's why I'm loving that Disney came out with Disney Plus and the shows of Marvel for it, because it's a new avenue for us to be like, all right, here's this storytelling, but this is going to be a part of this.
Yeah.
That's what these movies. It kind of gives us like a warm up to the movie coming out. Like, oh, you got to see this before you watch this, or this is going to explain this, and now you understand this.
Oh yeah. Oh, I get what you're saying.
Yeah. So I like that this is going to be canon. I feel like it's going to be canon for the rest of the phase. So many ways to go with it.
What made you think it wasn't going to be?
No, not that it wasn't. I just wanted to get your thoughts on that as far as like, will this be canon for the rest of the phase?
Yeah, absolutely. I don't think Kevin will release anything that isn't canon. Completely honest with you. No, he's just not gonna do the whole retconning and trying to flip things around, move things around. I just don't see him doing that. And even on Disney Plus, I'm looking at it right now. Where is it? So Marvel Legacy Animation, they made it a point to release a lot of Spider-Man content. Other than the movies.
Spider-Verse or just the next?
Well, because they're in association with the Spider-Verse. You know what I mean? So just the animated series, Spider-Woman, Spider-Man and the Amazing Friends, the 90s Spider-Man. Yeah. Spider-Man Ultimate and the Ultimate Spider-Man. So those are some of the more popular Spider-Mans that have come out. And all of those iterations we've seen in the...
Into the Spider-Verse?
Yeah. Trailer.
They even got the one for the kiddos, Spidey friends.
Yeah. It's pretty dope. It's pretty dope.
Likes that one.
So I don't see Marvel not interconnecting and interwoven everything they do from this point on. Okay. Even with Sony. I think Sony and them have found a good partnership where they're not at each other's throats, fighting for... They're like, hey, let's just make money together.
They're not separate stories anymore. Like how...
I mean, they are... But they cross enough to where it's one universe.
That's what I mean.
But they can still have their own.
That's what I mean. It's not just a Sony project. It's alone. Like it can be. You can see the correlation between that and Marvel.
Correct.
So that I like that they're finally doing that and going that path.
So who do you think is a Skrull?
Everyone and everyone. I'm gonna go on record and say everyone and everyone. Anybody that is human, it could be Skrull. Even a file cabinet, I'm gonna say Skrull. Just because we know it can be done, as in talked in Captain Marvel.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, even this camera might be a Skrull. I don't know. No, but
I'm dead.
Mean, honestly, if I'm really thinking about it, it's definitely got to be people in power.
Yeah.
Maybe not the president, but somebody on his cabinet, his team.
Do you think this president was a Skrull? Remember, I was talking about, like, I think we're there at his funeral, right?
I don't think they went that high up. I just don't. Because the president is arguably one of the people most in the public eye, where if he sneezes, we know when, where, and...
Yeah, I get you.
You know what I mean? When it happened. I feel like that's too much in the public eye for them. They'd want to be behind the scenes. So if there is chief of staff, okay. If there's somebody on his... Secret Service team, okay. If even the vice president, maybe, but it's not going to be somebody that's in the public view always.
Okay.
Director of CIA, okay. FBI, okay.
Yeah. So Val. I think
totally
Val totally is a Skrull.
I even buy Everett Ross, somebody being a Skrull of him.
I think it's either one of them. It's one or the other. No. I think so. I think more Val because she can be. So I think there's two Vals. I think there's the real Val, and that they capture her.
Who was in Wakanda Forever. That you think
Correct.
That's the real Val, okay.
And then I think at some point they have captured her and have her imprisoned to impersonate her as a Skrull. Because she is the leader of the CIA. What more power would you want? Like, you have almost unlimited power.
That would be behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Enough, yeah.
And there's so much...
Well, I think it's her assembling the Thunderbolts. Because why would the Skrulls need to do that? I think it's her doing that.
Right.
There's a story there for a Skrull being her. Just don't. I can't see it.
You don't see it yet?
I can't see it yet.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how that works out.
We will see. This is going to dive into the world of Skrulls on Earth.
Yeah.
We're going to see who's who, and we're also dealing with a faction of Skrulls that has gone rogue and is becoming terrorists, and that's who we see.
Well, we don't know if they're Skrulls. They could be.
No, they are.
The ones with the tentacle arms?
They're
so,
Skrulls.
Cool thing.
They're a rogue team. They went rogue.
3 months ago, when one of the first trailers came out, it shows a box. It's a case.
Didn't have anything on the box.
Yeah, and now it says Specimen Cull. And
we don't know.
Could be
Cull part of a word.
Yeah, it's cut off. It'd be Colored City, and like I think New Rockstars talked about it. I caught that first when I seen it, but on it says Shield, or does it say Sword?
No, it's the department.
Department of fucking damage control.
Damage control.
Yeah, so it says, and maybe they took his arm during the battle of, or in New York when
Wong closed the portal on his arm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, maybe it's his hand.
Yeah, or it could be any other specimen, or even when he blew up. You know what I mean? Like he blew up in Wakanda. Yeah,
Bruce Banner did.
Yeah.
Possibly. Literally any remnants of the war.
Do you think Wakanda and maybe even what's the city that Namor's from?
Talokan?
Yeah, Talokan. They have been infiltrated by Skrulls. No?
Talokan, no, because their physiology won't.
But a Super Skrull can copy all of that.
Why would they need to?
It's arguably the most powerful nation. Unknown.
Right, but I don't think Skrulls would need to go there.
Maybe.
There's nothing
Skrulls Wakanda then?
For them. Wakanda easily.
Yeah?
Easily. If there isn't a Skrull in Wakanda, this guy would be surprised.
Okay.
Why wouldn't you want to go into the most technologically advanced civilization on Earth in the MCU and be a part of that?
Yeah.
I mean, you gotta. I think the Skrulls have tried to get in every facet of Earth.
Mm-hmm.
So they're in every civilization. So every country, every continent, there's somebody there somewhere.
I agree.
I think. Because they're going to try to find, hey, where's the best place we can dive in and stay hidden for a while.
Agreed.
Big things to come out of Secret Invasion. I wasn't as nearly as excited about this. I now am.
Oh, nice.
I'm now looking forward to Secret Invasion more.
I remember having these conversations. Yeah.
Yeah, and I was like, I'm be watching it for sure, but I'm like, there's nothing I'm like looking forward to.
Looks cool.
Now I am.
Looks pretty dope.
Now I am. Yeah. So I think that's it on Secret Invasion. Why don't we move on to?
Agreed.
What are we into the Spider-Verse next?
Into the Spider-Verse. Yeah. Oh, actually, Secret Invasion, June 21st.
June 21st.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. So let's dive into the Spider-Verse.
Yes. So if you guys don't know, my birthday is June 1st. So that is my birthday month that these movies are coming out, and the series and the movie.
I'm gonna have to take you to one on
hella. I have the A-list. So buy me some popcorn or something, or maybe if there's like a special popcorn bucket again, I'll take that.
Right.
I wouldn't take a Spideyverse bucket. Might be cool, depending on what that's gonna be.
It'll be like the Ant-Man one, but it's just a Spider-Man head.
Yeah, maybe if it's Gwen or if it's
cool
Miles.
If you did like a web thing.
Oh, that'd be cool.
The buckets of webbing.
Yeah,
that'd be cool.
That would be cool.
AMC, we're here for hire.
For merch.
Yes.
But so it opens up with him web slinging, and then we see Spot the villain immediately, and then we don't see him again. So I'm not sure how big of a role Spot's gonna play. He's like an interdimensional person that can open portals and put his hand through and open up another one.
Okay.
At some point he can do it through large jumps, like cities.
Wow.
I'm not sure if he ever gets to the cosmic end of it, but I do know that he can jump from one part of the city to a whole other city.
Oh, wow.
And he can move continents, through the world.
Jumper style.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's how powerful his portals become.
Okay.
Now we see him. He seems to have a beer belly from eating and a lot or drinking, whatever, maybe.
Yeah.
I know he got his powers from an experiment. And I think Kingpin is the original person that helps him create that suit. So I don't think we'll see Kingpin anymore because he's already dead in this movie.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Right.
From the first Spider-Verse movie. But we do get to see a lot of different Spider variants, right?
A lot.
A shit ton.
Oh my God.
Language.
So we see Spot. Okay, so then we see Jessica Drew, and she's pregnant, which is
Big Afro.
yeah.
Spider Woman.
Correct. And then we see Spider Punk. I pointed out, and I showed you that Spider. It looks like Kamala Khan with bangles, kind of like giving tribute to her. I'm not sure if it is Kamala Khan or if it's just somebody from her. What's her heritage?
Or maybe like you're saying like an Indian.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Okay.
And then we see PS4 Spider-Man, and then we see him talking to the Superior Spider-Man. So for those that don't know who the Superior Spider-Man is Dr. Otto Octavius puts a chip in the back of Peter's brain and hijacks his entire brain, and he basically becomes Doc Ock Spider-Man. But he does good. He's just a little radical, like really he murders people, and he has I don't know if there's nanobots or not, but I know robotic arms that do come out. So just like how Doc Ock has for.
Okay.
But that's Superior Spider-Man, and honestly, he was a way more effective Spider-Man than Peter Parker was. He was because of how cutthroat he was sometimes.
Yeah, Spider-Man's morality and stuff really kind of reigns in his effectiveness, kind of sometimes.
Yeah.
But yeah. Okay.
And then we finally see Miguel O'Hara, the 2009 that Spider-Man, and
who's apparently like the leader
of this whole multiverse of Spider-Man.
Of this team of Spider-Man.
Yeah. And they're saying that Miles can never join them because, I mean, I guess nobody dies for him, right? Like, he didn't lose anybody. His mom's still alive. His dad's still alive.
His uncle.
Oh, right. Nightcrawler or Night something. I forgot what his name is. Prowler.
Prowler dies. And that was his uncle who he was really close to. It was his Uncle Ben.
Yeah. Interesting. So I wonder I wonder what the deal is. What do you think the deal is, and why he
We're
can't?
We're gonna find out. Because I think Miles, he doesn't choose Spider-Man over those he loves. He doesn't choose being Spider-Man over like saving the one person that means something to him, like other Spider-Man have to.
Got it.
So I think that's what it is. He's like, no, you're not willing to sacrifice, the one to save many.
Yeah.
And then that's where he's like, well, why can't I do both? And he's like, I can do both.
Yeah. And then that's when he drops that fucking bombshell of a line.
So my favorite line so far in the Miles Morales verse is, everyone keeps telling me how my story is supposed to go. I'm going to do my own thing.
Right.
Sickest line ever.
That's a dope line. That's a dope ass line.
Love it.
Super inspirational.
Very coming of age. I guarantee you everybody's felt this way as a teen.
Well, yeah, he's taller. He's a little bit more muscle built. He's growing up.
But I'm just saying, like, any of you guys watching, I guarantee you felt that, especially in your puberty years or your coming of age years as a young teenager or as a young kid, you felt like, dude, everybody keeps telling me how I'm supposed to live or how I'm supposed to act, be, look.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to do my own thing.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I know. Absolutely. I felt that way. I'm sure you have.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, like, that line just embodies, I think, what Spider-Man represents. Everybody says what Spider-Man should be doing, how he should be acting as a hero.
Yeah.
He's like, nah, I'm doing it.
And that's kind of so all these movies and like the animated movies have really shown a big highlight on kind of individualizing your own story, your own destiny. What are you, the God of Hammers? Like that line alone, or when he's talking to Frigga, when Thor's talking to Frigga in Endgame, and she's like, stop trying to be what people are telling you to be and be who you are.
Yeah, well, he said it to Valkyrie. He goes, I'm gonna stop being who they want me to be and
be who I am.
Be who I am, yeah, and like start. He goes, for the first time, I don't have a purpose.
Yeah,
he's like, I'm gonna go with them and see what happens.
See what happens. Yeah,
and he really finds himself, and I think that really helps.
Well, he doesn't until Love and Thunder.
Well, no, he finds another purpose. But I thought he found himself when he was put the hammer down for a while and was. That's when he found himself. Is when he was focusing on him. He got back in shape. He did all that. he found purpose again.
Yeah.
With love.
I think. Okay. Yes. Agreed.
So
yeah,
I think something everybody has to deal with at some point in their life. I love that they told that story with Thor, which unfortunately Love and Thunder might be the last Thor we see because Chris Hemsworth is going to be dealing with the unfortunate news that he has markers for Alzheimer's. So I think he's going to focus on his health, which I'm all for.
Yeah, agreed.
Take a break. You've given us plenty of Thor. We love you for that.
Amazing.
You've done an amazing job with this MCU. I know you wanted to keep it going, but at a certain point, you got to focus on you.
Yeah.
Your health, your family. Put down the hammer and rest, my guy. Like, you know what I mean?
And we'll take you back when you're older and you're
coming as old man Thor or old Thor. Absolutely, you're never done. Yeah. When you're ready.
It's a good thing about playing an Asgardian, right? They never fucking die.
Yeah. Language never age. Yep.
Yeah, well, they only get more powerful with age.
Yeah, and they age slower than us. Yeah. So, I guess So I mean, there's plenty of ways to go with it.
So you mentioned that line. My bombshell line I was talking about was like. Doctor Strange and the little nerd over in Earth 199999.
I thought you were talking about my line, the one I liked.
That was a good line, but this one. So this is the first time that they've made Earth 99999, and canon, I guess, officially.
1999, yeah.
19.
So that connects Miles Morales verse to the MCU.
Yes.
Right there.
With that one with the multiverse.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And in Spider-Man Far From Home, Mysterio calls this Earth 616, and then he creates his other whatever universe he comes up with.
What's her name did a Multiverse of Madness? She designated numbers to the multiverse.
Well, right. I was explaining. These are the 2 times that we've seen it, but we've always been Earth 616. Mm-hmm. Originally, Kevin had said that we're Earth 1999999, but...
Oh, really?
He retconned it and said, no, we're 616. It's all within the 616 universe continuity.
So here's my quick question is, Miles traveling through the multiverse or through dimensions?
Question.
All these Spider-Men, are they different versions of him in the multiverse or are they different?
No, it's him in the multiverse.
So it is multiverses.
Yeah.
So the verse part is a multiverses, it's not dimensions.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, because the reason I asked is they kept talking about dimension talk in the first one. That's why you're glitching out is because you're in the wrong dimension. They said.
Dimension, verse, I think it's all same
Tomato,
term.
Tomato.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. All right, fair enough.
Same, but different.
Yeah, fair enough. Okay. We got to see. Arguably the cutest one is Baby Mayday.
Oh yeah, so cute.
Peter
little
Parker's
redhead,
daughter.
a little fucking what's her name?
MJ.
And a little MJ
looks just like MJ as a baby.
Yeah, hella cute.
She's just swinging around, little diaper. I think he's got a Bjorn on him in front of him. Can't wait to see that. It looks adorable. Yeah. So she's gonna be the firstborn Spider person.
Correct.
That one and the girl who's pregnant.
Yeah, right. Correct. And then we also see the Scarlet Spider, which is Ben Reilly, a clone of Spider-Man, Peter Parker. Peter Parker creates a clone so that he can live his life out with MJ. Mm-hmm. They have some confrontation between each other because he's like, "No, I'm the real Peter Parker. No, I'm the real Peter Parker." Then he explains, "Look, you're a clone that I created so that I can still have a family. You continue to be." So he becomes a Scarlet Spider. I love the cut-off sleeve sweater. I want that sweater. I would love to have just like the blue hoodie with the spider symbol across.
Yeah.
It's pretty dope.
It's a dope sweater. I like it a lot. I'll try to get it too. For sure. Spider-Man has a lot of good symbols and like merch.
Hell yeah.
I think he's probably the most merchandised character that's... Number one, can have a lot of different variations of it. Number two, they all look sick.
All of them look sick. I don't think I've ever seen a Spider-Man. I was like, okay.
Right.
Like even Spider-Pig is fucking cute as shit. Like a plushie or like a... What are those things? Squishmallows?
Yeah,
Spider-Pig? Yeah. If that doesn't exist, I want it.
All for it, yeah.
Well, I mean, even in the future, in the comics, Cable, when he first comes back from X-Men, and Cable comes back from the future, he says that Spider-Man dies as the greatest hero to ever live. And there's no reason for them to have mentioned that, but at some point they bring it up in the comic, and it's a statement. So not only is he the most popular hero for us, hands down for all humans.
Yeah.
He's the most recognizable, the most relatable because he's a kid. He's also in the comic universe,
and I'm pretty sure he has the biggest fandom too.
Yeah, easily, yeah, easily, without a doubt.
Nice. I mean, do you have anything else on Spider-Verse?
No, I don't think so. It's June 2nd, the day after my birthday.
Yes. Which is can you see it on your actual birthday? Like is it a Thursday? What's your birthday go on?
I don't know. Let's find out. Yeah. Okay. Cool.
I have the calendar. Oh no. Yeah.
Ooh, he broke it.
No, it's on the other part of my phone.
He broke it.
So April.
See, that's why you gotta get iPhones. It's faster.
Whatever.
I already have.
You can't see it on your birthday. Your birthday's Thursday.
True.
So it's coming out on Friday, but they always have the showings on Thursday night.
Yeah.
You can't see it on your birthday.
You know what? Maybe we'll see if we can get my brother on to go see it with us. So we'll talk about it. We can talk about it with him. That is the beginning of Pride Month also.
Sounds like a plan.
Hell yeah.
We will be doing a Pride episode. So
yeah.
That should be fun. Yeah. All right. So that was Into the Spider-Verse, June 2nd. Go see that.
Yes. Now Blue Beetle.
Yes.
He's super excited for it. I'm excited. I just don't know shit about it. That's the only bad thing.
It's an origin story. You're gonna find out everything in this film.
I mean, yeah. So I do know that he's kind of a little punk. All right. He's a little dickhead sometimes. He has a huge ego. I've seen that from Teen Titans or Titans, or no, Young Justice. And him and Damian Wayne kind of go at it, and he burns the shit out of Damian Wayne's face. Mm-hmm. Epic fucking fight. But Damian Wayne's still a badass. And he's like,
it adds to Damian Wayne having a scar on him.
Yeah, and he's like,
look more badass.
Yeah, agreed. And I'm like, bro, like, he says some hurtful shit. But he wasn't wrong. He's like, you're just this kid with some tech. He's like, all of mine. He's like, I don't need no tech to take your ass down.
Oh,
basically, like, he basically challenges his whole manhood. Yeah, just challenges his whole manhood.
I mean, that's par for the course with DC.
Yeah.
DC really knows how to
stab
and turn. You know what I mean? Like, they really know how to get to the core of your anger.
Yeah. Especially Damian.
They definitely don't hold any punches in DC for sure. Yeah. Marvel's like, hey, that's too far.
So how do you say the actor's name? It's Xolo. How do you pronounce it?
Xolo?
Yeah.
Well, Solo. Because Sochi is spelled with an X and you pronounce it with an S.
Yes.
So.
Well, if you guys don't know, he's one of the leads from Karate Kid.
Which one?
Oh no, I'm not Karate Kid. I'm sorry. Cobra Kai.
Okay.
Yeah, he's the lead, right?
Oh, is that him?
Yeah.
Get out of here.
Yeah, that's the same kid, right? I didn't
know that was that actor.
I better not be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's him.
It looks like, now that you say that, he just looks older.
Yeah, Cobra Kai. Yeah, I was right.
Him.
Yeah.
Sick. Shout out to you, sir.
Yeah.
Making big moves.
Having the Latino
Cobra Kai
roots.
wasn't something small.
No.
It had a solid following, and then he's moving into the DC. Loving it. Good shit, man.
Hell yeah.
Big ups to you, representing Latinos.
And then we see George Lopez.
Dude!
Loving that.
Biggest surprise to see one of my idols, George Lopez, in here, still doing big things. I would argue bigger, because now he's into the big screen. He's mainly been on the big screen. No, but he's mainly been TV. The only big screen he's done is his comedy specials.
Yeah, true.
Lion King's a comedy, and then he did a couple like Spike In movie and all that.
Oh, yeah.
Call that big screen.
He did Spy Kids?
He was the bad guy in Spy Kids 3D? Something like that?
No, that's Shark Boy and Lava Girl.
Oh, sorry. Shark Boy and Lava Girl. I mean, in the same world. Anyway, but yeah, he was the bad guy in that. But he hasn't done any films like
really
actual films.
I feel like I've seen him in a film before, like in a film that I've seen play.
No,
he was in Valentine's Day. He was in the movie Valentine's Day with Ashton Kutcher, and yeah, I swear to God.
All right. Well, he hasn't been in blockbusters.
He was in Rio, one of the voices in Rio.
Okay, but it wasn't him on screen.
Beverly Hills Chihuahua.
Stop it right now.
Don't do my boy George Lopez like that, man.
I do not recognize Beverly Hills Chihuahua as a film.
Marmaduke. You've never seen that movie, Marmaduke? No. He was in The Spy Next Door.
All right. No, that's a Jackie Chan film. All right, fair enough. All right, so he's been in films, nothing notable or nothing to write home about. He was a voice in Smurfs. All his big movies, he's mainly been voices in.
Correct.
So, all right. Either way, we get to see him in this one. Kind of plays a hipster rock type of Theo is what I'm guessing. I'm guessing he's an uncle in this. But I'm excited to see him in this. It was a really cool treat. Did not see that coming at all.
No,
that he would be in this film.
No, I don't think I knew he was.
It's a DC superhero film. Not in no way.
You know who I'm excited to see in this movie is Philip Esperanza, the comedian. He has a really scrappy voice. This guy.
Oh, Felipe, isn't that Fluffy's boy?
Yeah. Oh, I said Philip. I meant Felipe.
yeah, the English version.
My bad.
Felipe.
Yeah. He's gonna be in there too. There's a lot of good actors. Good comedians.
No, that's
in there.
not Fluffy's boy. Martin is Fluffy's boy.
Oh yeah, Martin.
But Felipe, I've seen him and stuff though. He's a well-known comedian.
Yeah, and he's kind of going like social media crazy with all of his stand-ups. Yeah. He's been like all over TikTok and Instagram a lot lately.
Big up to Latinos right now, man. We're doing big things right now. I love
Hell yeah,
it. I freaking love it. It's about damn time. Not to go on a rant, but like seriously, like we've kind of been overshadowed throughout the years as far as like film industry or media.
I mean, Oscar
Isaac the way we should have.
Oscar Isaac is Latino.
But he's never really played a Latino role. Like pure Latino role. He's been in Star Wars, he's Poe Dameron.
Okay, I guess.
He hasn't played a
so like
Latino
you're saying a Latino
character.
playing our heritage, our culture. Like just
he hasn't played a Spanish guy in a film. Like, you know what I mean?
I mean, Antonio Banderas, like he's been killing it. He's Spanish, but
when was that?
Yeah.
Name the last thing Antonio Banderas was in. Expendables 3?
Oh shit! Yeah.
You know, he was 90s guy. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I'm trying to think of
what I'm trying to say is I'm starting to see Latinos more in the forefront lately. I don't know whether that's because the film industry's changed and streaming has become a lot more popular, so there's more of an avenue or more of a broad spectrum for films and TV to be displayed.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's the case, or maybe it's just time that Latinos get their spotlight. You know what I mean? Something. Either way, I'm all for it. I'm here for it. I'm glad it's happening. I think we've been kind of been killing it with the music industry for a while. That's where most of our bigger stars are right now. That's our zone. That's our comfort zone, yeah, for sure.
But John Leguizamo,
another idol of mine.
Yeah,
been following his career since
Oscar Isaac.
Before I could speak, probably.
I guess you're right. There's been a lot of shows.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Isaiah Morales, dude from he was Deadshot, wasn't he? No, he was Deathstroke. And he's Deathstroke in the Titans.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
And he's Del from Ozark.
But look at how many episodes he was in Titans.
Yeah, true.
You know what I'm saying? So again, we're starting to be represented a lot more on screen.
Agreed. You know who is Latino and doesn't get that much praise because he's African American and he's Latino?
Lonzo?
Laz. Yeah. I didn't know he was Latino until I forgot what happened. And what he does. I seen something where he was speaking Spanish.
Do you see what happened to him in The Boys?
No. What did he do? What happened to him?
I don't know.
You know what? Gina Rodriguez. She's in a lot of movies. She's been in a shit ton of Netflix movies.
Who?
Gina Rodriguez.
Oh yeah, Jane the Virgin.
Yeah. She's fucking been killing it.
Yeah.
So we've been doing good. We
always get here and there projects, but never as much as like other cultures.
I guess.
I haven't had a big blockbuster where it's the main characters Latino.
Because we're like really good into our rhythms. That's why I think music we really shine.
I think it's because
Bad Bunny, Rosalia, Becky G, Karol G, all these G's.
Oh god, that's so and I'm one of them. God damn it. But no, I mean, I think it is that Latinos play the best friend so well, or like the supporting character role so well.
Isn't what's his face Bad Bunny gonna be a villain or some shit like that?
Well, he was on Bullet Train.
True, but no, he's gonna be in DC, right? Isn't he?
Is he?
He's gonna play like El Muerto or something like that. Yeah, he's supposed to get some like comic book character.
Sweet.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
I mean, you see him getting more into acting now that he learned English. True. He didn't know English at first.
Oh, good. Yeah.
So, let's make it for him.
Hopefully this whole dating a Jenner situation doesn't really fuck up his career.
Who's he dating, Kylie?
No. Kendall.
Kendall?
Yeah.
Oh, she's one of the better ones. She's the tall, skinny one.
Look at Ben Simmons after they dated. Became trash.
I doubt Kendall was the reason.
I mean, possibly.
It's neither here.
But even Devin Booker.
I think people use the Jenners or the Kardashians as a scapegoat for them just doing shit stuff after.
I don't know, man. I mean, Kanye was loopy, but he wasn't like this.
Kanye was always in a bag. Always.
Oh?
A nut bag. Just crazy. But he hit it well behind his music because we were all focused on his music. And then reality shows started coming out. Then we saw him behind the scenes and we're like, yo, you're actually crazy.
Well, most of us Geminis are, so.
He buried himself long before Kardashian Kim got it.
How? When?
Look at his stuff on TMZ, dude.
What about it?
Talking about slavery was a choice and all this bull crap that he was talking about. He buried himself. He was digging the hole. Okay. He dated Kim, and then Kim was just like, all right, stay in there. Cover the hole. Dude, he was wild before. Musically a genius.
Yeah.
One of the best.
And she did save his ass when he lost all his money. She bailed him out.
And then she left the picture and he's just like wrapped it up. He's like,
poor guy.
I mean, he did
these.
I feel no sympathy.
All right, but back to Blue Beetle. I don't know what the hell's going on. I seen a couple things. I don't know what.
Like, a lot to throw at us.
Yeah. I was like, holy shit, it's pretty cool. I know the suits in the back are when they're in that laboratory, like closer to the end of the trailer, you see the original Blue Beetle. Blue Beetles. Yeah, the suit. It's a scarab. So he's in. I know that Blue Beetle. The original one gets his power from a scarab that they find in a tomb, like way back when.
The second one doesn't even use the Blue Beetle; just uses the name.
Correct.
And makes his own tech.
Correct.
Cool.
And then this one is from
fully embraces the Blue Beetle scarab
tech but it's alien.
Yeah,
and it's like and there's more than one beetle. Like there's multiple people, and
there's a black beetle, right?
There's a black beetle, a green one, a red one, kind of similar to the Lantern Corps.
Okay.
I hope we don't see, because the black beetle in the Young Justice, he was a beast.
Yeah,
like it took a couple people to take him down. Like and even with that, he was toe to toe with like 6 people at a time.
So this being an origin story for Blue Beetle, do you think we're gonna see any introduction into other characters in the DC? I feel like this is a perfect opportunity for James Gunn to throw some
in that timeline. Do you remember Blue Beetle?
It's coming out before James Gunn's takeover.
It is
for any project.
So it's an extended universe. It's not.
I don't know because
I'll be right back. I have it on the wall.
He's gonna go take a look at the timeline for DC.
It is.
It's not Elseworlds.
It is Elseworlds.
Well, how?
Yeah, because it's with Shazam, Flash.
But that doesn't mean it's Elseworlds, does it?
Well, it's universe reset. So all that happened before.
Right. So James Gunn could easily put that into his universe.
Yeah. Okay. So then I want to see, if they're doing Brave and the Bold, I gotta see fucking Blue Beetle and Damian go at it. I gotta see Blue Beetle fucking.
Maybe that's a good end credit scene for Blue Beetle. Is Damian. True. I'm with it.
Yeah. Maybe they do Did you see the HBO show or movie of it's an animated movie, Damian and Superboy, the son of.
I saw it on my
Superman's son.
Feed.
It's cool.
I wanted to click on it.
It's really good. It's really good.
I saw the Shazam and Superman fight Black Adam one.
Oh, the classic. Yeah, it's a good one. That's a good one. That's a real good one. That one came out like in early 2000s, something like that.
That was really good.
That's really good. So that one is Lois Lane and Superman, Clark Kent have a kid, and that's who this kid is. Mm-hmm. And he doesn't know that his dad is Superman. Oh. So as his powers start to come to be, then he has to tell him, obviously. He's like, let me show you, I'm Superman. So Bruce is having a really hard time getting Damian to play well. So he was already trying to join the Teen Titans, and they excluded him. They didn't want shit to do with him because they're like, you're a dick. No one wants to work with you. Literally verbatim, I think they call him a dick, like an asshole.
So rude.
Or might have just said asshole. But either way.
Not better.
Yeah. Either way, they just don't want to work with him.
Okay.
And then the villain of the movie is the Star people from the fucking Suicide Squad movie, the second one. The big star thing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So that's the villain. And
Conqueror,
yeah, whatever that thing is. So that's the villain of the movie, and it takes over it takes over Batman. It takes over Superman.
Oh no.
Yeah. So then now it's just the sons that have to work together, and he's coming about. Superman's son is barely getting his power, so he finally gets like heat vision in the midst of all the battle and like going on this like espionage mission.
Did.
Yeah, he's learning all his moves, all his powers, so he gets night vision.
Dude, I'm watching that tonight.
Or not night vision. What's the word? Laser vision. Yeah, it's honestly a good ass. And the kids.
Excuse me.
The kids will like it. The kids will enjoy it. There is some swearing in there, and it's a little gory, but it's animated. It's a little maybe like M for mature, but it's pretty cool.
Yeah, I gotta watch it.
It's actually pretty fucking cool. I watched it with Isaiah, our youngest, the little guy, and he was like,
who just had a birthday, right? Happy birthday.
Yeah, happy birthday to twins, Mia and Isaiah.
Your sister, yeah. Twins, yeah.
That was pretty fun. We're actually gonna celebrate it this weekend. Yeah, this Saturday.
Did you do something already?
It's just at the house. Just at the house.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Right. Yeah. But anyways, so they learn, they become friends. The Superboy,
as every
but Damian learns how to make a friend, and he like learns how to work well with others through this.
Yeah.
And it's a great show. So maybe.
Do you think we're gonna get that adaptation in Brave and Bold?
Of Damian being a dick? They have to. Damian's always been a dick because he's Ra's al Ghul's his grandfather.
Yeah, his daughter's his mom, right?
Yeah, and Talia al Ghul is his mom.
Yeah,
and and then Bruce Wayne is his dad. Like,
which arguably didn't the is it League of Shadows?
Yeah,
yeah. They were the ones who adopted Bruce Wayne and made him the assassin
that he was. Yeah,
of Batman. They essentially birthed Batman.
Correct.
Okay.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So I think that was fitting that he and Talia got together.
Yeah.
And created a son.
Well, it was
scary.
It was an accident. It wasn't planned.
As most children of the population are.
Okay, fair enough.
But no, I meant like it's cool that it's a scary kid, dude.
Hell yeah.
To be full-blooded assassin.
Yeah. The heir to the throne of a fucking League of Shadows. The heir to Wayne fucking Manor and Wayne Enterprise. Like arguably one of the most powerful children in the world.
Absolutely. In that world, hell yeah. Give him whatever he wants during his tantrums, right?
No.
Jeez.
Hell no. You have to spar with the kid to fucking put his ass in his place.
Yeah, right? That just makes him even more of a badass. I want my chaps.
So you got anything for Blue Beetle? Because I don't.
Visually looks stunning.
Yeah.
I'm loving this.
The suit
era
looks
of
fucking
CGI.
dope.
Yeah. This era of CGI is doing big things. I'm loving every single second of it. Loving every project. I like seeing different aspects of CGI, to whether it be detail on a table CGI or the weather behind you CGI, subtle stuff that you don't even notice, to the grand stuff like Iron Man suit, Thanos face, stuff like that.
I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
So for me, what DC does really good is up front, center stage, great visuals. Mm-hmm. And what I think Marvel will get back to doing that again, I think Marvel does a really good job of telling everything else behind it too. Besides it being really good, great visual effects, not the greatest, but great visual effects, but like it being broken down to like being in the TVA and like the words that are on the computer and the questionnaire, all that has a part that plays into there. So
Marvel is great in Devil in the Details. They're very, very. Is that
Devil in the Details?
Yeah, they're very keen on.
I think we should make that a segment. Devil in the Details.
I like that, but they're very, very focused on details of like in the background, in the forefront, wherever they can. Easter egg in details, like literally, they go above and beyond to where like. They in a scene, everything in that shot is there for a specific reason, and then they're really good on making sure each detail is done correctly and done precise.
Correct.
DC, on the other hand, is more about, like you said, whatever's in
the forefront,
whatever's the focus of the shot. That's what gets all the CGI. But yeah, I mean, Aquaman is a great example.
Mm-hmm.
Aquaman was done beautifully. The visuals on that, the CGI on that, done phenomenal. So yeah, I mean, I'm all for it. I'm liking this era of CGI.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's just gonna get better from here.
Yep.
To where we're gonna see a film that was in all CGI, and we thought we just watched a regular film.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's getting to that point. I mean, look at the advancements in just
I can't
the
wait.
face of a CGI person.
Yeah.
They brought people back from the dead, essentially. Characters that were in the Star Wars movie, the actual actor died, but they have him on screen acting.
Yeah.
Like, it's phenomenal. Princess Leia, they did that when she was younger.
Correct.
Obviously can't have her act as a younger self now.
Yeah.
So they went back, shot a new scene as a CGI Princess Leia. Like I said, big things happening. I'm loving I'm so happy to be alive during this era of film.
Yeah.
I would have liked to have seen the era film of film starting back when they're called talkies.
Really?
Like when movies first started. Love to have been around during that.
What?
Just to see the birth of it. Come on.
I mean, cool. I pay homage to it. Cool, great, thank you, but nah.
More of like a time travel visit of like, oh, cool, and live there for like a month, and then come back.
Bro, they had like ice boxes, and their meat were on slabs of ice. Yeah. And I'm like, no, I'm straight.
I mean, I would just want to go for the movie part.
Negative. I pay homage to the ancestors, those that have paved the road for what we have now. But thanks for doing it. I will live it now.
I will download my films.
Agreed. Yep. I will stream them. Yes, correct. I don't have the arm strength to be cranking that.
Good stuff. Good stuff. Yeah, shout out to those cameramen back there. Back there, literally the whole film is
just ripped.
Just right arm, just
woo!
Beast, and left arm in the middle. You know what I mean? Like,
oh god.
Yeah, so that has been this episode for the trailer breakdowns, guys. Let us know which one you're most excited about. Mine is Blue Beetle. Yours is.
Oof.
I gotta believe Secret Invasion.
I think so too. Just because what's gonna happen. Yeah.
Blue Beetle for me, hands down. So let us know what you guys think of these 3 trailers. Which one you're most excited about? We want to hear from you guys. So thank you guys for joining us yet again, and as always, I am with you
to the end of the line.
Thanks, guys.